Hi, Bond Scholars. How are you guys doing? I need to have my specs, otherwise I turn blind. Well, not that blind, but then I don't see many things important. Anyways, welcome back to this communication skills master class, as people love to call it. I mean, they don't love to call my class as master class, but that's how it has been. It has been promoted by others, master class. So we have this masterclass, uh, and I would love to have you people joined so that we can discuss something constructive on communication skills. Now, by the time the people join us, we will be discussing about how to win friends and influence people. Now, this is a very, very old book written by Dale Carnegie, and it still holds good. And I really recommend that everyone should read this book. Read this book not once, read this book again and again to get the idea of what the man has really thought so many years ago. If you see, everything remains the same wherever the human behaviors and the dealings are concerned. Things haven't changed much. The requirements, I mean, the human beings, they obviously need that they should be loved. Somebody should take care of them. Somebody should value their emotions. It was there back many years. It was the same, and today also, it still holds good. So the book really stands relevant even today. So we will not be, I'm not going to lecture you on this book, reading this book, or but then we are going to talk about very important points of this book, which will actually make us really good at communications. As I said earlier, communication skill is not only about speaking, or there is a huge amount of non-verbal content to the communications. Now, this is what it talks about. This is what it talks about. It talks about how you should be dealing with the people, and how you can. Um, hi, Balu. How are you? Thanks for being there. Thanks for being there. Thanks for being there. So here we are going to discuss about a few techniques that how do we handle people, because that's what the communication skill talks about. We need to really be there and try to handle people, use our every possible skill that we have. Let it be language, let it be the way we speak, let it be handle people, all those things, and then that's how we are going to that's how we are going to excel and try to do a better job in handling people. The first thing that everybody says is, don't criticize people, don't condemn people, and don't complain. Don't complain. So you're not going to criticize, you're not going to condemn, and you're not going to complain. What happens when you criticize somebody? You're actually detaching the person, and he's not or she's not going to look back, or is not going to be closer to you. And you can practice only um, being together when the people are there closer to you. So the whole idea has to be how you're going to gather people close to you. So let's not criticize people. Instead, what you should do is try to give some honest and a sincere appreciation, which is difficult. It's very difficult to actually get appreciation from somebody. But then when we talk about ourselves, we at least can do that. Let us start doing it, start appreciating someone, and I'm sure you're going to get it in return. I just wrote an article on Medium just 3 days back, and there is a female. I don't know from which country, but not from India, of course. Um, so she's probably she's a mother. She's a mother of a small kid, and she wrote a beautiful article. And I read that article, and I wrote a comment to her that you have written this article beautifully. In this article, she has even written that she is not that wealthy, um, and she waits for her husband to come back from office. Then she grabs the laptop, and after that, she writes the article. Now, responded back and I appreciated her on the way she has written the article, it was she promptly responded me back, and this method worked. When you when you said when you said that, yeah, it was nice, so you get an appreciation, or you get a response from the other side. And it so happened that she has become one of my follower on Medium, and of course, in response, even I had followed. So when you make somebody feel that you are special, they will also try their best to make you feel better. The whole idea is not to discard people, the whole idea is to bring them together, and then you lead, and then you claim for the supremacy that you are looking for. And you don't have to claim, you actually do that. Give your honest and the sincere appreciation. Then the third one is arouse in other person an eager want. That is, talk in terms of what they want, not in terms of what we want. So let's hear from the other side first what they want, and then see whether your objective also is able to kind of get satisfied somehow. Are you able to meet your objective also in the process? Now there are a number of ways to make people like you. First and foremost is that people should like you, and people should be able to, or they should be craving to connect with you. Communication can happen only then, when people are ready to talk to you, they're ready to listen to you. Now, what do we do in this case? You have to be genuinely interested in other people. Genuinely interested in other people. Let's not fake it. Let's try to have that engagement somehow and convey that you are genuinely interested in them. Let's not be serious all the time, because it really doesn't help. So you got to be having some kind of a smiling face, and because it talks about your energy, it reflects energy, and it radiates energy. Most importantly, it's important to remember the names of the person whoever you meet. If you're able to remember their name, and the next time you meet, you greet them, or you uh, pronounce their name, I'm sure they're going to like it. And I'm sure they're going to say, "You remember my name?" And in this book, there's an incident, there is a example given about, I think, Abraham Lincoln, the president of USA, that after the war, I don't know which war it was, maybe Civil War or something in USA. Um, Abraham Lincoln wrote personalized letters to all the soldiers, and by their name, and that name he wrote himself. So it makes a lot of sense actually when you give a lot of priority to the people, when you really make them feel elevated. Now there is um, something called being a good listener. Now we always have a problem that we always listen, but then our mind is somewhere else. We are not in our frame of mind. We are not in the present. We are either in the past, or we are thinking of something else. To be a good listener, you have to be in present. Encourage others talk about themselves. Now, whenever we coach, it's important for us also to kindle that interest in somebody. So we talk about them. We talk about them more than we talk about ourselves. Talk about our requirement. We got to talk about their requirement first, so that they are comfortable. They are in a position to engage with us, interact with us, unfold many more things that they want to actually say. What's holding them back? Say, for example, in case of the stage fear, in case of public speaking fear, if I don't interact with them, I mean, if I don't ask them what is actually troubling you, what is that fear, and what has that fear, where from that fear has come, I'm not going to get any insight, and I'll not be able to solve that problem. So the fear of public speaking has got to do with the um, uh, in a way you have to be comfortable with people first, talking about their interest. So you talk about their interest and try to unfold whatever they're holding on, because that's what you need to solve. And once you are in a position to do it, they will get comfortable with you and they will not forget you. Influence is nothing but not forgetting somebody. Now, we always have a problem in conversation that we, first of all, it's a listening issue. We don't listen to anybody, but then even if we are listening, we are always not able to value the other people's opinion. We have to say that you're right, but I think this option or this opinion also you must consider. You can't say simply that you're wrong. I've seen in the professional world there are a lot of bosses, there are a lot of people who would say you are totally wrong because they want to prove themselves good. But you hardly will get somebody who will say, "Yeah, I liked your idea, but I think let's consider this as well." It means a lot. It means a lot to the person who is a junior or um, who you want to actually influence. We have to also shed our egos and admit that even we can be wrong at some point of time, which we normally don't do because we have our egos in place. We just don't want to be doing that because then I won't be the same person, right? But that's not the thing. Admittance is not going to bring your value down. Admitting that even I can be wrong is going to elevate your position in front of others' eyes. So I think most of the time we are always living under the typical impressions which actually do not help us anyways to build a personality to do whatever we want to do. That's because we grow with the people, we grow with the same set of people who practice the same things. You can only learn when you move with a different set of people and they are higher than you and you follow them. But it's the other way because we don't get that set of people. We need to raise our levels to really be with them, to really be a part of that crowd where they can say yes. Now, beginning conversations is something we always think a lot. We always think a lot. We always think that why should I? Why me? Why not him or her? But then those who start the conversations, they are, first of all, they are not egoistic at all. They are not heavyweights. They have shed off their egos and then they are talking to you. So it's not easy to be like that. And we must try to be. We must try to strike conversations at the first place. Be the first to strike conversation. And it's a very interesting exercise how you get into conversation and how you make friends. And sometimes such friends, coincidentally, you get for life, for your entire life. Now, the other day I was talking about the leadership roles to one of my clients, and then I showed him the video where APJ Abdul Kalam is narrating the incident of the failure of one of their launch, and how um, Vikram Sarabhai, I think he was the no Dhawan, Satish Dhawan was the was his boss, and when the failure happened, he did the conference, and when the success happened, he sent Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam to do the press conference. I'm really sure that when Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam is talking about some talk about him, he has really elevated him to a level which he just can't think of. This is because Satish Dhawan put APJ Abdul Kalam on the top, knowing the fact that there was a failure. Now this is how you win somebody's heart. Gather more and more network so that you can really have some kind of a net worth, increased, incremental, enhanced. Now, we have to also ask questions instead of giving direct answers, direct orders. We always believe that if we are the boss, we are supposed to direct, we are supposed to pass orders. But what if you are not passing orders, you're just trying to be one of them, and of course getting your job done as well. So communication skill is also about influencing people, and we are not able to influence people, it means there is something wrong with our communication. Even if after making friends, if we are losing friends, it means there was something wrong with our communication skills. Why did we lose, and how are we going to correct it? That's what we should be thinking about. Well, thank you very much. We'll keep on talking like this on the communication skill issues and how to really make it better. Thanks for joining in, and thanks for your messages. It's always great being here, and but looking forward to more and more interactions in this regard, so that we can remain feel always charged and motivated to talk about this issue, which is definitely not easy one. Thanks for being there. Bye bye.